Welcome to Grider Stadium, Tullahoma, Tennessee, and tonight's District 8 AAA baseball game between the Tullahoma Wildcats and the Franklin County Rebels. These teams tonight are completing a two-game district series, and this pregame show is brought to you by the fine folks at Payless Auto. Payless Auto. Appreciate sponsoring the pregame show here. Along with Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Shastine. And these Tullahoma Wildcats are on an amazing streak. Tullahoma's won 8 in a row. The Wildcats have pitched 5 no-hitters in the last 7 games. The 6th one was a perfect game until a one-out single in the 7th inning. So almost 6 no-hitters in 7 games. Ken, I was talking to John Olive downstairs. We've also found another Tullahoma Wildcat who was a no-hit master, and that was my buddy J.R. Jerry Ferrer. Back in 1974, Coach Mathis tells Coach Olive that J.R. pitched 4 no-hitters during that season. We know Brian had 3 in his career here at Montlow. We'd love to hear anybody else that you know pitch no-hitters, multiple no-hitters. Really what we're looking for is this team thing, though, right? I mean, what Balin's done is remarkable, 2 straight no-hitters. But this 5 in 7 games by 3 or 4 different guys is what's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It shows, just an embarrassing wealth of riches at the pitcher position for Coach Brian Morris.
Yes, to say the least. So Tullahoma and Franklin County last night, Balin Tootin recorded his 2nd straight no-hitter. Lost focus there just for a second. In the 2nd inning, Kim walked a couple of guys, but other than that, literally Balin once again unhittable.
Yeah, he did face 3 lefties last night. Maybe that threw him off a little bit in the 2nd inning. He did walk 2 batters, but he's only walked 3 in the last 2 games, 14 innings, 28 strikeouts. And so if you look at 28 strikeouts versus only 3 base on balls, no hits in 28 innings, that is impressive.
That's very impressive, very impressive. It's a beautiful evening here at Grider Stadium. Whether you're watching on the Light Tube Sports Network or listening on 93.9 The Duck or doing either on the NFHS Network, we appreciate you tuning in. We are glad to have you, as this is the Payless Auto pregame show. Payless Auto in Tullahoma, the home of the $25 oil change. Yeah, Payless Auto. Check them out. So Tullahoma opens 1-0 in the district. Ken, that's, you better know in 1, right?
Yeah, when we look at this Wildcat team right now, they're a complete team. It's not just about the story of the pitching. I mean, in the game Saturday against a number, top 15 team in 4A, the Cookeville Cavaliers, the Wildcats came back from a 7-1 deficit in the bottom of the 7th to score 7 runs and win 8-7 to keep the streak alive. But the biggest key for this Wildcats team right now and their success is that they believe in each other. They trust each other, they believe in each other, and they know that no opponent is insurmountable for them.
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Come back from anybody. All right, let's take a look at your Stroop Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup. Heating, cooling, whatever you need, Stroop Accurate Refrigeration is your answer. They have sponsored Tullahoma Athletics pretty much my entire career. So we appreciate Terry and Twyla and all the folks at Stroop Accurate Refrigeration. For the Tullahoma Wildcats, starting in center field, leading off Hunter Hogan. Batting second, the center fielder, Balin Tootin. No, they can't both be in center, Ken. Mason Bratcher, the pitcher, is batting third. Andrew Fulmer playing left field, batting fourth. Philip Lemon, the catcher, batting fifth. J.D. Schmisser is the designated hitter tonight. Andrew Zebick hitting eighth, playing first base. Park Fulks is the third baseman. He'll hit ninth, and Trevor Cole will play shortstop tonight and not be batting for the Tullahoma. That can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Trevor Cole batting ninth, playing shortstop tonight. And for Schmitzer, I'm assuming it is Aiden Evans who is the second baseman. Thank you. All right, the Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup for the visiting Franklin County Rebels. The Rebels are now 5-6 on the year, 0-1 in District 8 AAA play. Leading off the left fielder, Gavin McBee. Batting second, last night's pitcher. He's DHing tonight, Sam Vincent. Batting third and pitching is Gus Gardner. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Kason Gillum. Batting fifth, playing first base, Grayson McNeese. Batting sixth, Braden Jackson. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Josiah Cullins. Hitting eighth, the center fielder, Connor Parker. And batting ninth, the catcher, Aiden Hodacy. Playing second base but not batting is Taylor Austin. So that is your Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup as we near ever closer to the first pitch in this baseball game. The managers are headed toward home plate, and they'll have their little meeting, and we'll move on. Well, it's great to be back on Light Tube and the Duck, and be sure and let folks know that if they don't know that, we're back together. They can hear it all, see it all on Light Tube and the Duck. So the Payless Auto pregame show continues here on a beautiful afternoon in Tullahoma, wherever it is that you are watching or listening. We appreciate it. Payless Auto is the home of the $25 oil change. They are at 607 South Jackson Street in Tullahoma. PaylessAutoofTullahoma.com sponsors this pregame show.
Well, things don't get any easier, Scott, for the Rebels because they face an imposing pitcher for Tullahoma that had a pretty successful outing last Tuesday night himself.
We'll talk about Mason Bratcher and his success on the other side of this break. We'll also have our national anthem. This is Tullahoma High School baseball on the Light Tube Sports Network, 93.9 The Duck, and the NFHS.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Back at Grider Stadium on this beautiful Tuesday evening, the Tullahoma Wildcats playing their 15th regular season baseball game. So you turn around, just like that, the season's half over. District play has started, and everybody starts pushing towards the playoffs. Tonight, hopefully be a good one between Tullahoma and Franklin County. As Ken mentioned going into the break, Mason Bratcher, senior right-hander, pitching tonight for the Wildcats. Ken, what is the breakdown on Mason?
Power righty, great command out there, pitches with good poise, first pitch strike thrower, leaf flame commit. He last outing that we saw him last Tuesday night, he had perfect ball through 6 1/3 innings, just only allowed 1 hit in that game, struck out 14 batters in that game. So Franklin County's got their hands full. They go from Tootin last night to Tullahoma ace Mason Bratcher tonight, so they've got their hands full. And, Mason doesn't just do it on the mound for the Wildcats. He leads this team in hitting, and he's been excellent over there on third base too. So he's great on the hot corner and hitting, I believe, between 450 range. So tremendous hitter. He's leading the team, I believe, in batting average this year. So Cats counting on him in tonight on the mound and at the plate.
Tullahoma and Franklin County, the Rebels and the Wildcats. All right, we've got a Tullahoma Lady Cats softball update. This special stat update is brought to you by Coffee County Bank. After 1 inning, the Tullahoma Lady Cats lead Central Magnet. This is a District 8 AAA game. Lead Central Magnet 4-0, so great start on the road for the Tullahoma Lady Cats in softball.
Well, Coach Gary Barfield's been around a long, long time. He does a great job. He was a great athlete himself, phenomenal baseball and basketball player and football player at the high school, 3-sport athlete. He played quarterback, played guard, and in baseball I believe he was second base or shortstop, middle infielder. But Gary, high sports IQ, and he's been at it a long time. He was quite established out there at Motlow State for years as the girls softball coach, and now been at the helm many years for the Lady Cats and their softball. So we're looking forward to seeing them Thursday night in action.
And if you were on the internet today, you saw a little article from 1986 where Gary was named all mid-state or all conference or something as quarterback quarterback for the Wildcats. So
wow,
that's kind of interesting stuff. Yeah, Gary doing a great job at Tullahoma there. Mason Bratcher, 2-0 on the season, a 1.17 ERA. Mason has 28 strikeouts in 18 innings, giving up 12 hits, only 3 earned runs, and only 4 bases on balls. So just outstanding statistics for Mason Bratcher, and we'll see what he can do with the Rebels tonight. And yes, Balaam was great last night, pitching a no-hitter. But Ken, on the other side, I mean, the Franklin County Rebels are in danger of their season tumbling south really quick if they don't turn it around, because based on what we saw last night, they don't have much speed. They don't, they didn't hit the ball, so it's kind of hard to judge whether they have any power or not, but they certainly don't have any speed on the base paths, and they're not the best fielding team.
Yeah, and that's difficult. When you got big guys, it may be a little bit slower and not a team predicated on speed. You've got to hit your way around the bases. And it's hard to consistently get hits against a guy that doesn't give up many hits and a power pitcher. So Franklin County has their work cut out. They had a guy, I think, square one time last night for a bunt, but they got no bunts down. Don't know if they could beat them out anyway. They do have 3 left-handers, so we'll see how Bratcher does against the 3 lefties in the lineup. Kind of odd that there's that, 33% of the starting, lineup in the batting order are lefties. But Mason's just got to pitch his game. It doesn't matter, when you're doing your thing on the mound, your opponent is faceless. You got to execute your pitches. You got to get first pitch strikes. You've got to command your tempo. You got to stay focused. If a batter, you got to live for the next pitch. If you make a bad one, forget it. Kind of like Balin did last night. When he got a little wild, and he wasn't just missing when he got those walks. He was missing bad. Last night. in just the second inning. He dialed it back, got refocused, recalibrated, and finished that game off strong and got another no-hitter. So, we're not saying Mason's going to get a no-hitter, but we're not saying he's not. But it's possible. Anything's possible when he takes the mound. We saw that last Tuesday. He was dominant.
Well, considering 5 in 7 games, including Xander Pogue, Ben Quick, Hunter Hogan, Mason Bratcher, Balin Tootin, all those guys have pitched no-hit ball for a week and a half pretty much. So odds are pretty good that we'll have minimum hits, we hope anyway.
Yeah.
Either way, though, Tullahoma and Franklin County are going to line up on the field, remove their hats and caps. We will take ourselves down to the field for our national anthem. Interestingly enough, it's been really windy all day. I washed my car today, so I got wet. It's windy. But there is nothing happening here at Grider Stadium. There is virtually no wind as we prepare to play Tullahoma and Franklin County. You've been listening to the pregame show brought to you by Payless Auto. Payless Auto, the home of the $25 oil change. They're on Jackson Street here in Tullahoma. PaylessAutoofTullahoma.com. Thank you for sponsoring the pregame show as we move into ball game action.
As your Wildcats take the field.
Today's first inning is brought to you by Dot Foods. Find out why they've been voted a great place to work 4 years in a row. Go to careers.dotfoods.com. That's careers.dot.com. Dot Foods, our sponsor of the first inning. As Mason Bratcher warms up. Ken, we're just about set to go here.
Yeah, we know what Mason's got on the mound. We've seen his stuff, but it's going to be interesting to see what Franklin County offers up. They pitched their ace Sam Vincent last night. Gus Gardner on the mound for the Rebels tonight, and he's going to have to match strikes with Mason Bratcher to give the Rebels a chance.
Yeah, we'll take a look in just a minute and see what Gardner's done this year. Tullahoma just about set to go. Pretty standard lineup again, the Stroups Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup. Park Fulks at third base is a little different. We'll see how that works for the Wildcats tonight with Mason Bratcher, the regular third baseman, on the mound for Tullahoma. The throw down to second. We're just about set to go. Today's first pitch is brought to you by Hogan's Collision Center. Satisfaction guaranteed, or you get the dent back. How about that? Hogan's Collision Center in Tullahoma, the sponsor of our first pitch. Senior Mason Bratcher on the bump, and we are underway. It's baseball time in Tullahoma. High and outside, ball one.
Well, the first Rebel lefty stands in the box, and they take lots of pitches. We saw that last night. They worked a lot of three ball counts last night on our pitcher Tootin.
So we're on radio and TV tonight, so we try to balance the broadcast. Some of you can see it. Some of you are listening. There's a swing and a miss. 2-1 the count on Franklin County's leadoff batter, Gavin McBee.
Park deep at third.
Left-hander watches strike 2. Across the plate. Zebic at first. Evans at second. Fouled out of play. Cole at short. Fulks at third. And in the outfield for the Wildcats, Hogan, Tootin, Fulmer. That's as fine an outfield in the state of Tennessee right now. Bratcher punches him out. Strikeout number 1 for Mason Bratcher, 1 down here in the top of the first.
The backwards K. He took it looking right down the middle. And, what I was going to say about, Park playing deep at third behind the bag, you've always got that threat when a lefty leads off of a bunt. So didn't even give him a hint of it and took a call third, 1 down.
Bratcher's first delivery to Sam Vincent is outside, ball 1. Vincent batting number 2 in the Rebel lineup as he did last night. Pitched a really good game, just not good enough.
Yeah, and I think you said that 3 Rebel hitters entering last night's game were, around 500 in the batting average.
Over 500.
But that average dropped last night for sure.
Yeah, that's no longer there.
Tumbled. Yeah.
That's no longer there. Bratcher's pitch swung on a miss by Vincent. 1-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Mason bringing the heat.
Yeah, he's attacking the strike zone.
Saw Granddaddy here tonight. I know he's glad to be back home and watching his grandson do this and this team do their outstanding work. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, close pitch thrown on the inside corner. Didn't get the call.
Swing, foul. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, Vincent, known as the best player in the Rebel lineup. We saw him pitch, and you're right, he did last night. We put 2 on him early in the first, and then I believe 2 in the 6th inning to put the game away. But he was pretty solid last night, just got no help offensively.
Grounder to short, scooped up. Throw to first is in time, 2 down for the Wildcats. 6-3. And now Gus Gardner, the pitcher, will step in. High pop, right side of the infield. Zebic giving chase. Zebic squeezes it tightly. And Bratcher knocks out a 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Franklin County, Tullahoma coming to bat. We're scoreless from Grider Stadium. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why I keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. Today's first inning is brought to you by Dot Foods. Find out why they've been voted a great place to work 4 years in a row at careers.dotfoods.com. That's careers.dotfoods.com. I know that's a mouthful and can be confusing, but it's just dots. Dots and dots. Mason Bratcher putting dots on the scorebook in the top of the first inning. 3 up and 3 down. Now we get an opportunity, Ken, to see what Gus Gardner has got.
Yeah, not near velocity-wise as Vincent was. Vincent was probably mid-80s last night. This guy probably maybe around 80, tops fastball maybe. But, he's going to rely on control, keeping the ball down, working the corners, and trying to keep these Tullahoma Wildcats off the bases. We saw last night they took advantage of the catcher and stole several bases last night. I look for the Cats, if they get on tonight, to be running again and be aggressive on the bases.
Gus Gardner on the season has pitched 6.2 innings. He does not have a win or a loss. His ERA is 1.05, so that's excellent. He's given up 1 earned run, struck out 7 in 6 innings, 4 walks, 5 hits. So I think Gardner's got 2 saves. So he started the season as their save guy, and now he's getting a chance to start a district game. So we'll see how he does. Hunter Hogan leads off for the Wildcats.
Well, the Wildcats trying to derail the Gus bus tonight. See if they can do it. Pitch outside, ball 1. Outfield straight away for the Rebels.
Gardner's pitch. Caught the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hogan elevated that leadoff position this weekend. Not wanting to give it up. He's hit well since moving up to leadoff.
Yeah, he really helped get things started. Inside, 3-1 the count on Tullahoma leadoff hitter Hunter Hogan, now hitting .316 on the season. Hogan, 19 at bats. He's walked a bunch of times. 3-2 now, full count on Hunter Hogan. First batter in the bottom of the first for the Wildcats. Number 4 ranked team in the state of Tennessee in Class 3A by the Coaches Association in their first poll, as Hunter Hogan draws a walk on a full count, and he will be Tullahoma's first base runner of the night. Balin Tootin will step in here, and Balin right now steps in hitting .375.
Oh, wow.
With 11 RBIs, 15 hits, and 14 stolen bases. He leads this team in stolen bases by a wide margin. Gardner's pitch inside, strike 1.
Yeah, Tootin's got some pop from that left side. Right fielder not too deep here. These outfielders better watch the gaps because he can hit the gap and run.
Balin with a .625 slugging percentage. That's excellent. There's a gapper in left center field, falls in for a hit. Hogan will stop at second. Tootin at first. Here we go. Bottom of the first inning. Tullahoma's first 2 batters are on base. And now comes Mason Bratcher.
Yeah, Tootin had 2 hits last night. Stays hot. He's starting to heat up.
Bratcher's already heated up. He's hitting .485 on the season. Mason has 16 hits. He leads the team in hits. .485. Bratcher steps in with 2 on, nobody out.
That's a healthy average.
15
Very
games
healthy.
in. He's probably played every one of them. A little bit outside, 1-0.
Well, Cats threaten early, 2 on, none out here. Bottom of the first. Mason Bratcher shut him down, 3 up, 3 down. They did not even get a ball out of the infield.
Gardner delivers. Looked like the same pitch. Sometimes it's a strike, sometimes not. This time it was 1-1.
Good speed on the bases for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Bratcher committed to Lee University. Fouls it back. 1-2 the count on Mason. Hogan.
Well, if Gus has got an off-speed pitch, he better use it here and keep it down.
Hogan leads off second. Tootin off first. See if the Wildcats are trying to strike early here and give Bratcher a lead. He can give himself one with a base hit. fouled out of play towards Wilkins Stadium. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, these cats, they hang tough. If you've been following us the past week, with 2 strikes, they really dig in. It's hard to get that third strike on any of these Wildcats if you're an opposing pitcher.
1-2 pitch from Gardner. Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. These Wildcat batters, in addition to all the other things that they do well, they're very patient and they have good eye.
Yeah.
Good eye. Don't swing in a lot of bad balls. Every once in a while you get fooled, but Tullahoma does not consistently swing at bad balls, unlike some teams we've seen. Fouled out of play. Bratcher in there battling, staying alive.
Yeah. When I coach and tried to teach it to the younger lads, I called it patient aggression. You know, you want to be patient up there. You want to be poised. You want to be relaxed. But you want to strike like a cobra if that ball's in the strike zone. You want to blast it. Lay off the bad pitches. Know your strike zone. But with 2 strikes, you must expand the strike zone all the way around about 3 inches.
Gardner's 2-2 pitch outside, full count.
Yeah.
On Mason Bratcher. This is the second full count by Gardner in 3 batters. Hogan also worked him to a full count before drawing a walk. And then Tootin singled. 2 men on, nobody out. Bratcher steps in. Big moment here early in this baseball game. Bratcher, grounder, just foul down the first base line. That would have been 2 and scored 2, but is fouled by, I don't know, a foot, maybe 2.
Well, another thing you really see with these batters that you recognize, and it's pretty clear to see, is they do not let the umpires control their destiny. They swing at first pitch strikes, and when there's 2 strikes on them, they're swinging anything close.
Well, as you say about Tootin, Bratcher is using every single quarter inch of that batter's box. Line base hit, right center field. 1 run will score. Let's see if they send Tootin. No. Good decision. Hunter Hogan scores. Tootin at third. Bratcher drives in another run with a single. Tullahoma leads 1-0 in this Dot Foods first inning.
Yeah, what a beautiful piece of hitting. He fouled off 4 foul balls. He was down 1-2 in the count, worked it back to full count, and then laces a single to right center. RBI plating the first run as Hogan scores the first run again tonight.
Andrew Fulmer steps to the plate. Andrew hitting .370 on the season. They show him with 16 RBIs. He drove in 2 last night in the first inning, and he had 15, so I don't know about that math. But he's got a chance to do more damage here. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Tullahoma leads. Good speed on the base pass in Bratcher and Tootin.
Maybe stealing here on the first pitch, maybe the second.
Outside, ball 1.
I believe he's going to take off right here.
If you'll say maybe stealing on every pitch, brother, you get it right.
No, it's normally first or second one. I say notice that Coach Morris's trend is the second pitch when he has first and third. So let's see if
Bratcher goes. Nope. Lined into center field. It's deep. It's deep. It's caught. The run will score. That is an RBI for Andrew Fulmer as Balin Tootin crosses the plate. And the Wildcats, again, are staked to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first with a chance to do more as Philip Lemon will step in. Big right-hander with Fulmer on first, and he doesn't run real well right now. He will. Bratcher on first. My bad. Fulmer flied out.
Yes, the Wildcats in the game last night at Winchester. In the 7th inning, 3 of our guys hit the ball to the warning track in left field. And Fulmer was one of them.
I take that all back, what I said about Fulmer running. Take it all back. 0-1 the count on Philip Lemon.
No, Cats do what they've done during this 8-game win streak. Score early. Out of all those 8 wins, the only time they were behind was against Cookeville in the second game on Saturday afternoon.
Beautiful curveball by Gardner. Puts Lemon in the hole 0-2. So So Phillip digging in, 1 out, runner on first. Outside, good job by the catcher to snag that one. 1 and 2.
On the way Bratcher pitches, I mean, 2 runs is almost like a 4-run advantage.
I like that math.
Yeah, I mean, it's
why not 6?
If it's even hard for you to get base runners against him.
The ball is low, gets away from the catcher. Bratcher sprints down to second, and he will be in safe. I guess that is a pass ball by the catcher. He just kind of bobbled it. And by the time he picked it up and threw it, Mason was there. So runner on second in scoring position for Lemon with 1 out. No force play anymore except at first. Bratcher will score on a base hit to the outfield. Excellent runner. Big lead off second. Phillip pops it up, out of play. So these Tullahoma batters, Ken, I like what I'm seeing. They're really battling Gardner.
Yeah.
And so far getting their way.
Yeah, and, you know, they're Gardner's throwing a lot of pitches. You know, not really walking batters, but a lot of pitches, a lot of foul balls.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. How many, Doc? 24 pitches in this first inning for Gus Gardner. Tullahoma leading 2-0. Runner at second.
That's a lot of pitches for 1 inning.
Gardner, long look. Lemon drives it foul, out of play. Just a little bit behind that one was Phillip. Count remains 2-2.
Cats putting the pressure on again, working from a lead with a dominant pitcher on the mound. Looking for more 2-out RBI opportunity here for Mr. Lemon, the Tullahoma Wildcat catcher.
Foul tip. Phillip stays alive.
As the pitch count continues to ascend. Field's in great shape. Once again.
Gardner is very deliberate. This bottom of the first inning is taking forever, mainly because he's a very slow worker. Off-speed pitch, grounder to short. Throw to first, in time. Bratcher fakes going to third, but does not. So 2 outs. Runner remains at second for J.D. Schmisser.
Well, I was wrong. I said that was a two-out RBI opportunity. There was only 1 out, so that's my bad. I'll own it.
J.D., of course, the hero, Saturday afternoon against Cookeville in the comeback. He got the game-winning hit and won the game on the mound. So you can't get much better than that. I'm sure Saturday night was in Murfreesboro or whatever J.D. did was special for him because that was a special moment for him. Right now, he can make this moment special with the runner on second and 2 outs for Tullahoma. Because as Cookeville learned, you can never get enough runs. You got to keep scoring if you can. You never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
Gardner bounces it up there, 1-0 the count on J.D. The right field rowdies out and about here in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Nice crowd in the stands. Lots of folks over from Winchester. Great rivalry, goes back over 100 years these teams have played. And I mean every year. They started baseball in the early 20s. There's another one that bounces on, actually called a strike. 1-1 to count on J.D.
Well, we're going to see what kind of stamina Gardner has. I mean, you know, he had 2 saves, as you mentioned, in his stat line. So possibly he was probably a reliever. Maybe early in the season worked himself into starting as a starter here, a district starter.
Grounder to third. Scooped up. Throw to first is low, but snagged by the first baseman. And that'll do it for the Wildcats here in the Dot Foods first inning. But Tullahoma strikes for 2 and leads Franklin County 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a backspot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community, so no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
Today's second inning is presented by Brown's Body Shop in Shelbyville. See why they're a great place to get things straightened out by visiting brownsbodyshops.shelbyville.com. brownsbodyshops.shelbyville.com. They are the sponsor of the
Tullahoma's strategy. That's what they've done. They've just pounced on their opponents early, and they don't let up. They had the one comeback, but they haven't had to come back, except for the Cookville game. They've had commanding leads late and just really, we use that analogy of a anaconda or a boa constrictor, just kind of choked their opponents out, really.
There's a shot to second, base hit in right field for the Rebels. And so the cleanup hitter, Cason Gillum, ends all the speculation that we were going to have to be doing all night. Takes care of all that. He's on first base with a base hit. Now we just play baseball. Right?
Yep.
Tullahoma leads 2-0. The Wildcats have 2 hits. That stat update brought to you by Coffee County Bank. It's been serving this community for over 50 years. Coffee County Bank. They know the numbers. Pitch is in there for strike on Grayson McNeese, the first baseman.
Well, this might have been the first time they've got a leadoff hitter on in 2 games. I believe it is.
Swing and a miss by McNeese.
We did notice last night when they get runners on base, the few precious they had, they do not get very big leads at first. Really cautious over there. Cannot afford to get a runner picked off.
Bratcher throw to first. Not in time. Good move by Mason. Runner got back. 0-2 count.
Mason saying, don't even think about it. Looks like he's a half step further out this time.
Mason ahead, 0-2. Delivers high and tight, 1-2.
Little chin music there delivered by Mr. Bratcher.
The shadows are covering Grider Stadium, Mathis Field now, so sun issues are over, but the twilight issues have yet to arrive. Bratcher's pitch fouled back, 1-2. Franklin County's taking their cuts, Ken, much more than last night. They're getting their cuts in.
Yeah, they're fouling a few off. They've got a hit, something they didn't do last night.
There was just a lot of air when they swung the bat last night.
Yeah, lots of swing and misses.
High heat. They couldn't handle it. Bratcher's curveball misses 2-2.
Full dump. Yep. Oh, a great pitch.
There's a fly ball, center field. Tootin eases back, makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, Tootin's got great range out there. You mentioned that these 3 outfielders that Tullahoma's got, put them up against anybody in the state. My broadcast partner, swatting Wasp up here. I think you got him, partner.
I got him.
You eliminated him.
1 out for Franklin County here in the top of the second inning. Rebels have a runner on first. And Jackson at the plate. Throw to first, back in time.
Who needs wasp spray when you've got the swatter up here?
The swatter.
All right, here we are. One down. One runner on for the Rebels. Top of the second. They trail 2-zip.
Bratcher's pitch outside. You know, in this day and age, based on what I saw just today, you can't call someone a swatter, because if you're a swatter, that means you're swatting someone. And if you're swatting someone, that means you're sending the SWAT team to their house with their guns drawn. That's become a big problem in America.
Oh, wow.
So we don't want to be swatters or be swatting or have anything to do with that word at all. 2-0 the count.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Jackson, left-handed batter. Bratcher's pitch. Strike one.
Yeah, caught the inside corner. And, that's one thing Tootin does is pitch the batters inside. He's effective righties versus lefty versus the righties on the inside corner. Now we see here that Bratcher working inside corner here to the lefty.
Called strike. 2-2 now the count on Franklin County's Jackson with a runner on, one out.
See if we can induce a double play here. Let our defense work.
Just missed outside. Full count for Mason on Braden Jackson.
Well, these Rebel hitters are brave, taking these close pitches on 2 strikes. They've done it first couple of innings.
One out. Full count. Bratcher's pitch. Beautiful. How can you not swing at it? Called strike 3.
Yep.
For Mason Bratcher. He sits down Jackson. 2 down now in the second. And it is Josiah Cullins. Cullins at the plate for the Rebels. And this is pretty much the same lineup we saw last night. There's a 1 or 2 difference, but for the most part, when you get to district play, your lineup's pretty set. Should be anyway. So 2 outs, runner still at first. Swing and a miss, gets away from the catcher, and runner goes to second.
Yeah, ball squirted up the first baseline.
What's the scoring?
Pass ball.
0-1 the count, 2 outs.
What's your vote, Doc?
Said wild pitch, hit the ground before it got
Okay, all right, wild pitch. We'll go WP on that one.
Runner at second now, 2 outs, 0-1 the count. Bratcher looks that way, now delivers. There's that curve ball, a little bit low, evidently, 1-1. Because it looks right over the plate, and make no mistake, folks, we are exactly behind the plate. Perfect.
Yeah,
Not that we know better than the umpire, but we are behind the plate. 1-1 to count. Oh, Bratcher drills the fastball in for strike 2. That pop of the catcher's mitt was loud. Doc, I think that was a 90 right there. What do you think? Yeah. Mason Bratcher bringing the heat.
Yeah, hitter was way behind, lagging way behind.
1-2, 2 outs.
And batter's got to be thinking, is he going to curve me, or am I going to see that 90-mile-an-hour
He's going to stand there and watch that 90-mile-an-hour fastball for the Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Nothing doing for Franklin County in the second. They get a hit but leave him stranded. Tullahoma leads 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
We head to the bottom of the second inning here at Grider Stadium, where the Tullahoma Wildcats lead the Franklin County Rebels 2-0. The second inning, presented by Brown's Body Shop of Shelbyville. See why they're a great place to get things straightened out by visiting Brown's Body Shop Shelbyville.com. The sponsor of the second inning here tonight, Tullahoma leading 2-0.
Drew Henson is wondering, what is Mason and Tootin topping out at?
Mason and Tootin, we believe Mason's topping out about 92, and Tootin right at about 90. So that's not my opinion.
That's a top out.
That's probably fact. There's a lot of guns. A lot of guns have been on these guys. So the folks who close to the program certainly know. 1-0 the count on Tullahoma's leadoff hitter here, and that is Zebick. Andrew Zebick, right-hander against Gardner. Fouls it right back this way, and count is even at 1-1.
Talked to Andrew's mother, Sharon, down at the concession stand pregame.
And tell you, Sharon put together a fine barbecue nacho delight for me tonight, and I appreciate that. Swing and a miss by Zebick, 1-2.
I played Little League Baseball with her brother Milton for the Indians. He played pitcher. He was pitcher and a shortstop. His dad, Milt, coached us.
Gardner's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Zebick set down on the Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. One out here in the bottom of the second as Park Fulks will step into the plate. Park is a right-handed batter.
Sophomore.
Which these days, honestly, for Tullahoma, not too many of them play anymore. No. Not like it was a few years ago, right? Where you had freshmen, sophomores, most of the starting lineup. All those guys have grown up here. Some of them are here. Some of them graduated last year. But it's tough to break in that Tullahoma lineup right now. 0-1 to count. Obviously, they like what they see in Fulks at third base, which is a really hard position to play. It's not like they're putting, the sophomore in the outfield. Tullahoma's outfield is great. So third base, when Bratcher's pitching, there's a high pop to the left side of the infield. Third baseman settles under it, makes the catch. And there are two outs here in the bottom of the second. So not quite the scary twilight pop-up time, Ken. That sky's still blue right now. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Once it starts changing is when the trouble comes. Trevor Cole will step in here and try to get something going for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the second inning. Trevor at .343 on the season. That's pretty good for your number 9 hitter.
Oh, it sure is. And conversely, Gus hoping for a 1-2-3 inning after that long first inning for him where he tallied nearly 30 pitches.
0-1 the count on Trevor. High, 1-1.
Trevor trying to do what he does, spark a 2-out rally.
He is excellent at that in this number 9 batting position outside. 2-1 the count on Trevor Cole. Hunter Hogan is on deck.
I might have said Hunter. I meant Trevor. They're like, they were 8 and 9 in the order forever. And, of course, Hunter's elevated to 1, but both of them consistent.
Forever, he says.
Yeah.
Prince told me that's a mighty long time. 3-1 is the count, 2 outs. Trevor Cole trying to get something started here in the bottom of the second. Gardner's pitch. Pop up, shortstop. It's drifting. Second baseman comes over and saves the Rebels and makes the catch. We've played 2 innings here at Grider Stadium. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 2-0. This is the Light Tube Sports Network, 93.9 The Duck, and the NFHS Network. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hey, I'm Philip Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Today's third inning is brought to you by the Elk River Public Utility District. Discover what makes natural gas America's best energy by visiting erpud.com. That's erpud.com. Thank you for sponsoring today's third inning. Franklin County comes to bat. Connor Parker, Aiden Hoddesy, and then we'll go back to the top of the order with Gavin McBee. Mason Bratcher has allowed one hit. He has, 3 strikeouts, and nobody has committed an error today. There's a shot to left field. A little bit out in front of it was Parker, but he got all of that one, sent it to the trees and almost the greenway here at
no walks.
Fraser McEwen Park.
Yeah, it does have 3 strikeouts, and all of them backwards Ks, called thirds looking.
There's one that misses just a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he saw the hitter turn on that pitch down the left field line, so he works him outside on that one. Smart move.
Tullahoma's outfield pretty shallow.
Parker's a freshman. He's a cousin of Hunter Hogan.
So Connor Parker, a freshman for the Rebels, and a cousin of Tullahoma's Hunter Hogan. See, we get all this inside scoop when we're up here in the press box. The Benz Jordan press box,
Yeah, he's
by
just
the
a
way.
freshman. Good bat speed.
Let me say that right.
My
God, he's just a freshman.
yeah.
There's a called strike 3 for Mason Bratcher. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout is number 4 for Bratcher. That stat update brought to you by Coffee County Bank in this community for over 50 years. 1 out in the top of the third.
Look, I'm just gonna have to give the Rebel coach just a little bit of advice. The hitting coach, look, guys, you get 2 strikes on you, be swinging. Don't come back to this dugout with a bat on your shoulders.
There you go. I like it.
I mean, we used to make the kids run if they took a called third, but there's no shame in swinging.
There's a high pop. Here comes Bratcher. Everybody giving chase, but it lands next to the press box. Here's a Coffee County Bank stat update in the third inning. After 3 innings, Tullahoma leads Central Magnet 12-0 in softball. So the Lady Cats headed likely for a District A AAA win on the road, which is nice. Thank you, Chris Barstad. Bratcher's pitch just missed. 1-1 to count on Aiden Hoddesy, or Hoddesy. We're going with Hoddesy. Just easier to say. Called strike 1-2.
I believe last night the Rebels had a runner in scoring position only once the entire game. So far, in the third inning now, nobody in scoring position for the Rebels. They did have a runner on first with a hit, but that's where he stayed.
Pitch is low, 2-2 the count. Cats lead 2-0. Top of the third. Rebels batting with 1 out.
On this 1-2 punch.
There's a line shot, base hit right field. It's going to drop. Could be extra bases. No. Good fielding, quick fielding, holds him to a single. And Franklin County could not be more excited that they've gotten a base hit. Good for them. We go back to the top of the order with Gavin McBee. Batting for the Rebels, the leadoff hitter, runner on first, 1 out.
Yeah, McBee struck out looking his first time up 0 for 1. But, I was just fixing to mention that, we talked about last night really over in Winchester. Tellum was 1-2 punch on the mound with Tootin and Bratcher. They're going to be tough on district opponents.
Absolutely.
Tough to break through against either one of those guys.
Absolutely. Bratcher's first pitch fouled away.
And so Tullahoma has, 10 district games? So those games are very important.
Never ask me questions on the air.
10 district games.
I never know the
5
answer.
other opponents. So if they can, we're going to try to win all of them.
I think that's a good plan. Just win them all.
Great
and
plan.
Then the math works out pretty well for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Bratcher's throw to first back in time is the runner.
Well, that's key because it gets you, of course, the number 1 seed, and you get to play the weaker teams first and get buys and all that good stuff and rest your pitchers as long as you can.
Mason. Boy, that looked good. Missed inside, 1-1 is the count on McBee, who led off this game with a called third strike.
Modest lead on first.
Very modest. Swing and a miss. Power pitch from Mason Bratcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's just so difficult, to manufacture runs, again, if you don't have speed. We're saying it over and over again, but, in these situations, you see there is 2 outs, so you're definitely not going to run it. You don't want – no, there's just only 1 out, right?
Just 1 out,
Yeah,
buddy.
1-2 count. Okay, yeah, 1 out. So you don't want to give up an out against a great pitcher like this, but with no speed, you can't even try.
Yeah, and you desperately need to get a guy in scoring position. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count on McBee. Over at first is Hoddesy.
He's out there a step further this time.
Bratcher's 2-2 pitch. Beautiful curveball. Punch him out. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout for Mason Bratcher, his 5th. And there are 2 outs now in the top of the 3rd. Runner remains at first for Sam Vincent, the designated hitter.
Well, and that's, the thing there. You see the difference between these 2 teams hitting with 2 strikes.
Yeah,
This team,
I do see the difference.
Team, took 5 called thirds already, and we're still in the 3rd inning.
Oh, all 5
That's
have been
ridiculous.
called.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah,
5.
I'm like you.
Yeah.
I might just set my starters down if I was the
Yeah,
coach.
seriously.
You guys aren't going to bat
Yeah.
anymore if you're not going to swing.
You can have a serious conversation with them.
2 outs. Oh, throw to first just back in time is Hoddesy. As he had about 1 more step there, and Mason almost got him.
Pull their bat away and give them a broomstick. Say, go to the plate with a broomstick. You're just going to leave it on your shoulders anyway.
Bratcher's pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Big cut there from Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent, he went grounded out short to first in the first, 0 for 1.
2 outs, runner on first. Pitch is low, 1-1 the count on Sam Vincent.
This is a good matchup here.
2 of the better players in District 8 AAA right here, battling against each other. But until Vincent, does something, we hadn't seen a lot. Pitched pretty good last night. Throw to first. Ooh, that was even closer.
Yeah, he's got a quick move. And he threw that ball in a good spot, too.
Yeah, he threw it right at the bag.
Yeah, excellent spot right there.
Yeah, a little shorter lead for Hoddesy over there
Yeah.
now. 2 outs, Bratcher's pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vincent.
Well, why not here? Get another half step off and take off. I mean, the worst thing that can happen if you get thrown out of second base is you got Vincent leading off the next inning. At some point, you have to take a chance.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee that he is not.
No, I
try to
don't think
steal.
he's going. I'm just saying what I would do. I mean, at some point, you got to take a chance.
At some point, yeah. But not a risky one.
There
There he goes. But it does not matter because it's strikeout number 6
And he
for
took
Mason
it.
Bratcher.
He took it.
Bratcher, the Hogan's Collision Center strikeout, ends the top of the 3rd inning, brought to you by the Elk River Public Utility District. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 2-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and hard swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
Today's third inning is brought to you by the Elk River Public Utility District. Discover what makes natural gas America's best energy by visiting erpud.com. I am a customer, and I love it. Hunter Hogan leads off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the third inning. Tullahoma leading 2-0. Gus Gardner still on the mound for Franklin County.
Hogan drew a full count walk to start this game and scored the first run. Cats plated 2 in the first. That's our score.
Bounces to the catcher. 1-1 the count.
Hunter's on base percentage has been lights out since he has been elevated to lead off. That's the objective. Kind of waved at that one.
1-2 the count on Hunter Hogan. As Tullahoma will play the rest of this week in the Viking Classic tournament. I don't think we're broadcasting any of those games on Light Tube. One game in that tournament. April 1st, which is against Giles County, but that's a district game. That's not part of that tournament. That will be the next district series for Tullahoma will be March 31st and April 1st, Giles County. First one's at home on the 31st. Giles County road game is April 1st. So 3-2 count here on Hunter Hogan to open the bottom of the third. See if Hunter can get things started. And that bounces up, ball 4. Hogan is on, and that's the way we like it. Balin will step in here. Of course, getting a lot of notice. If you're on social media or whatever, there's somewhere you can vote for him for Pitcher of the Week or Athlete of the Week or something. They just listed his one no-hitter. I had to tell him, hey, he pitched another one last night, you know.
Yeah.
This guy, go ahead and give it to him. We don't need to vote.
Yeah, we a delightful young man. You and I spoke with him in the parking lot last night. He was, of course, tickled to death, but knows that he's got a lot of baseball out in front of him this year, and he's got off to a great start.
Tootin grounds it sharply, foul, down the first base line. He really turned on that one. You don't see Balin really turn on one a lot. He likes to go opposite field, which he has got a mile between the left field foul line and the left fielder. I've never seen any left fielder play over that far.
Yeah.
Hunter, drop it in there. 0-1 the count. I mean, it's a big gap. There goes the runner. Hogan, throw down to second. Safe. Hogan gets around the tag. It was a good throw, and it was a good tag. Hogan just barely beat it for the stolen base.
Yeah, pretty good job by the catcher for Franklin County to make a nice throw down there, but he got an excellent jump on the pitcher, so he stole that one on Gardner.
So Tootin with an RBI opportunity, Hogan in scoring position. 1-1 the count.
The outfield deep, so base hit certainly scores him here, you would think.
Pitch. Caught the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on senior Balin Tootin.
I think Tootin was really looking for something middle in that he could jerk and pull right there, so that outside pitch froze him on that one a little bit.
Gardner trying to stay steady, and Tootin fouls it away outside of third base, so it goes the opposite field foul.
And now your approach completely changes. Instead of looking for a pitch in a certain position, you've got to hit it where it's pitched.
1-2 the count, nobody out. Hunter Hogan at second base for the Wildcats. Bottom of the third, 2-0.
That's what made Tony Gwynn and Rod Carew so good, was just hitting the ball to all fields, and Tootin does that. Uses the entire field.
You're so old. Who were those guys?
Tony Gwynn and Rod Carew.
Never heard of them. 1-2 the count on Balin Tootin. They played with Walter Johnson and
Not
Tris Speaker, right?
Not quite. Let's see, Gwen came out in 83. Carew's older than that.
1-2 pitch, fouled away by Balin Tootin. He stays alive.
Oh, yeah, Carew, I think, was a rookie in the 60s, 68 maybe, but he played a long time for the Angels. Great hitter.
Rod Carew started his career as a Minnesota Twin, and Tony Gwynn as a San Diego Padre. Two of the best hitters I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Gardner, he works so deliberately. That's why we're kind of dragging here.
Yeah, he does.
Outside, 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Oh, I just said nobody out. 2-2 count.
No, you're right, Scott. He's very deliberate between pitches, and that really kind of puts your fielders a little bit asleep. You know, we've talked about bragging on Tullahoma's pitchers and their tempo. When you see what a slow tempo guy does, it kind of freezes your defense. They're out there begging, come on, man, throw strikes, you know. Get this going.
There's a shot to first, scooped up. He will beat Tootin to first, but Hogan advances to third, so a sacrifice or something for Balin Tootin as he did his job, moved the runner to third. 1 out now for Mason Bratcher.
Technically, that's just going to be
a
3 unassisted and the runner advanced, so no sack on that. But he did move him. That's what a quality AB. He did move the runner. Right?
That he did.
Let's see what Bratcher does here. He had a great at-bat his last time up. We saw him foul off 4 pitches last time and then single.
Shot back through the middle, base hit. Oh, fielded by the shortstop. Wild throw to first. Bratcher's going to take second. No throw at second. Some might call that a throwing error. I call that a base hit. And taking second on the error. Tullahoma has a runner in scoring position with 1 out. What do you think?
We're going to give him an infield single on that.
Yeah. Bratcher will get a pinch runner in, number 17.
And he gets the RBI, so
Tullahoma leads now 3-0.
This is Fulmer. 17 on base. Oh, 17.
Andrew Fulmer at the plate now with 1 out.
Sam Bobo's running, I think.
Sam Bobo, pinch runner at second.
All right.
So we think. We're going to announce him. I bet somebody will tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Sam, of course, part of the state runner-up basketball team, so this will be his first night back in uniform, out here running the bases. I love it. You know, your timing and everything, batting's not there, but you can come out here and run the bases. He's been running for months on that basketball team. They were a running team.
Fulmer had a sac fly RBI his first time up.
0-1 the count, 1 out. As we head toward twilight here at Grider Stadium. And 7 o'clock on the dot.
The Tullahoma cleanup hitter. Trying to get his teammate in here and give Tullahoma run number 4.
Good off-speed pitch by Gardner. However, it wasn't over the plate, so 1 ball and 1 strike. You will not see a more beautiful high school baseball stadium in the state of Tennessee, even if it has turf, because if it has turf, you know what? It ain't dirt. And so we don't think that's beautiful. I mean, they look good, but this grass is just outstanding. Tullahoma Recreation Department doing a great job. Dribbler down to first. Bobbled. Fulmer is safe. Called safe. Now, I'm going to tell you, he was out by a half a step, but we're going to take it. So Fulmer ends up at first, Bobo at third, and that will bring up Philip Lemon.
If that ball wasn't bobbled, that's an infield single if he beat that out.
He beat it out.
All right, that's an infield single. He did bobble it? Okay, that's going to be an E. Doc says he bobbled it. We're going to go with Doc on that one. Bobbled it and
I didn't know that was the question. Yes, he bobbled it, Ken.
All right, then it's definitely an E. Yeah, I remember I said if he didn't, his speed beat it out. So, but he did. So that's an E.
1 out, runners on the corners for Lemon. High drive, right field, foul.
Still only 1 out. The pitch count is accumulating 60 on Mr. Gardner here, and he's still yet in the 3rd inning.
Gus, 0-1 the count on Lemon.
That's a sky-high pitch count.
Good opportunity.
Two and a third innings.
Good opportunity to drive in runs right here. Runner at third, one out. Runner goes at first. Ball gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner at the plate. Ball gets away from the pitcher. He's safe. And the runner advances to third. So, I don't know, guys. Y'all talk about that. Tullahoma leads 4-0 and has a runner at third in the form of
Well, the first thing we got to determine, was it
Andrew
a wild
Fulmer.
pitch or a pass ball? Pass ball. So we're going to put a PB there. That's a pass ball. Catcher's got to do a better job blocking that up with a runner on third because, Scott, as you pointed out many times.
Okay, but then you've got another play. You've got an error on somebody else that led to the runner taking third.
Well, that would have been the catcher throwing the ball away back to the pitcher over here. So,
yeah, if you don't have that little toss to the pitcher, just don't toss it, right?
Yeah,
it's like throwing to first. If you don't have it, hold on to the baseball.
Sloppy
0-2
baseball.
pitch. Swing and a miss by Philip Lemon. Must have foul tipped it, so Lemon stays alive, and Fulmer goes back to third. You can see Philip just doesn't quite have his natural gait about him quite yet. Still recovering from an injury. That's why he's not playing shortstop. He is a great, great shortstop, but just doesn't quite work out. So Fulmer leads off. Lemon, swing and a miss.
Big cut.
On Phillip. And that's 2 down for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the third.
Smisher.
JD steps in, DHing tonight with 2 outs and a runner on third. Tullahoma now leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the inning.
JD grounded out to third his first at bat. Down in the count 0-1. Fouls. That's that swinging foul tip.
So a faithful listener asks, how many pitches can a high school pitcher throw before he has to leave? Before I hear the answer, I'm going to guess there's no limit. 120.
I was going to guess 120.
Oh, you were, huh?
Yeah.
You were going to guess 120 after he said 120?
No. I mean, I knew. I think they put it in a year or two ago, the pitch count at the high school level.
Did not know that.
Yep. Now in Little League, it's 85.
Pitches,
I still remember that.
Pitches outside, 1-1 to count on JD.
In Little League, it's 85 unless you're pitching to your last batter and you go past the 85, but you can finish the batter.
Swing and a miss by Schmisser.
Doc says in high school you can't finish the batter. It's 120 pure cut off and you're done. Okay, there you go.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Cats lead 4-0. Bottom of the third inning.
Gardner halfway there to his pitch count maximum.
This is trouble in right field. Fulmer will score, and J.D. Schmisser has an RBI single to right field. Beautiful job of hitting by J.D. Schmisser. This look at the numbers brought to you by Coffee County Bank, believing in better since 1975. Learn they can help you at coffeecountybank.com. Equal housing lender and member FDIC. Great job of hitting there by J.D.
Well, it looks like a line drive in the box score.
That's right. That's right. A sharp single to right.
A single, I mean, you just don't know, you know.
That RBI is that RBI.
See, and that's the thing that's deceptive. You know, sometimes people measure a hitter of how they did in a game just, you know, if they go 0 for 3 or 3 for 3, but the guy that went 0 for 3 could have 3 lineouts, and the guy that went 3 for 3.
There's one right back to the back to
have
the
a
pitcher.
couple bloops.
Gardner fields it, throws to first. And Tullahoma's done in the bottom of the third inning, brought to you by the Elk River Public Utility District. We move to the fourth. Wildcats now lead 5-0. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a back spot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community. So no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
We head to the fourth inning here at Grider Stadium. Tonight's fourth inning is presented by Vanderbilt Integrated Orthopedics. Need someone on your side, keeping you active? Give their team a call at 461-4521. That's Vanderbilt Integrated Orthopedics. Top of the fourth inning, Franklin County, part of the order, Gus Gardner, Cason Gillum, Grayson McNeese against Mason Bratcher. Now with a 5-0 lead, first pitch down low, ball one.
Gardner trying to help his own cause. Down 5-0. Popped out to the first baseman, first time up.
2-0 the count. Bratcher falls behind Gardner. There's a fast ball. Missed, ball three. First 3-0 count for Mason tonight.
Sure is, yeah. Unusual.
Heat. Called strike. No. Called ball four. So a 4-pitch walk for Mason Bratcher on Franklin County's Gus Gardner, who will get a pinch runner because he is tonight's pitcher. And that brings up the cleanup man, Cason Gillum, singled in the second.
Yeah, one of the two hits for the Rebels. He got the first one. Swings from the left side, cleanup hitter.
Bratcher's pitch down low, ball one.
5 straight balls.
That's the first 4-pitch walk I've seen a Tullahoma pitcher allow this year that we've seen.
Same, yep.
Hadn't seen many walks at all, but not a 4-pitch one. And now 1-0 to Gillum. Gillum, a left-hander, and Tullahoma's Philip Lemon says, let's chat a little bit, make sure we're on the same page here. And they do. So we will resume.
You really, right here, if you're Mason, you got all the experience in the world. Just take a deep breath. You got a 5-run lead. Don't relax. Pitch like it's 1-0.
Swing and a miss by Gillum.
That's
1-2 the count.
Yeah, and what you want to do here is just pound the strike zone. Make them hit their way on base. Don't give up any freebies. That's a way to erase a big lead is walks. But he's not a consistent walk pitcher.
Franklin County with 2 hits. Check swing. I think he went. He did. That is a Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Nope. They changed their minds. He whined and they changed their minds. No, they waited for me to say it, and then they changed their minds. 1-2 the count. Come on, Mason, back me up. Pick me up here. Foul tip behind the plate. Count remains 1-2.
Well, look, they weren't going to let that man strike out because he swung at it. Now you got to go with a called. That's what these Rebels do. They just
can't swing at a third
got to have a called.
Every
strikeout tonight's been a called.
Let's see if
we can get another call.
Let's see if Gillum wants to look at strike 3 here. 1-2 the count. Off speed. Fastball high. Throw to first, not in time. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gillum.
Lemon firing the ball down to first to Zebic.
That high heat was a strike a lot last night. It is not here tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out. Franklin County with a runner at first. Beautiful pitch from Mason Bratcher. Punches him out for out number 1. The Hogan's Collision Center called third strike.
Well, if the coach adopted the policy of players running with the bats over their head after called third, they'd be quite busy running the old track, wouldn't they?
They would. Grayson McNeese now bats for Franklin County. 1 out, nobody on. Runner on first.
I don't think I've ever seen a Rebel team take so many calls.
Throw to first by Bratcher, not quite in time.
Honestly, I'm being serious.
What'd you say?
I said I've never seen a Rebel team take this. I've watched them for many years, and take as many called third strikes as they're doing tonight.
I don't think I've ever seen a team get sit down 7 times in a row with a called third strike. I'm with you.
It's bizarre. Yeah.
1-0 the count to Mason Bratcher against Grayson McNeese, the first baseman for the Rebels. Big, tall, right-handed batter. Now the twilight is hit, so pop fouls for the next few minutes will be tough.
Well, and I'm going to tell you,
fouls,
I'm
but
going to tell
pop
you
flies,
that
period.
How to reverse that. You go up there with a hitter's approach, not looking for a walk. Okay, you go up there looking for hit the first good pitch that comes to you, like Tullahoma does, like what we've seen during this 8-game win streak.
All right.
Yeah, that's how you don't let the pitcher get 2 strikes on you.
Yes, sir.
That's what I tried to teach was with my hitters in Little League. Don't let the umpire control your destiny. Don't take called third strikes. First good pitch the pitcher throws into you, rip it.
2 balls and 1 strike, the count on McNeese with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Runner at first, not much of a lead. Mason's got a great move. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Runner will advance to second.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a pass ball. So 3-1 now the count.
Well, and of course, once you do get 2 strikes on you, the mentality is you press a little bit. You get a little nervous with 2 strikes. Another reason to swing early in the count. 1 down, runner on second. Rebels finally got a runner on second base tonight.
First time. Bratcher's pitch fouled back this way. Full count on McNeese. Jackson on deck for the Rebels. We're in the top of the 4th inning.
Cats with a 5-0 lead.
Short lead on second base. Bratcher looks that way. Full count pitch. Hanging curveball. Popped up. Mason makes the catch. As an infielder, that's natural for him. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And that will bring up Jackson. Braden Jackson.
Yeah, that's a good job by him. If you're right. I mean, that's our natural third baseman too, and he's used to those pop-ups, and that was a no-brainer. He called everybody off.
And has pitched enough to know how the
Sure.
mound feels when you're out there, right? Young pitchers sometimes struggle fielding because of the uneven ground. Mason knows exactly where that mound is. He was in the grass to make that catch, and his first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. This is Jackson trying to keep something going for the Rebels. This is the best chance they've had to score in 11 innings now against Tullahoma. They got a runner at second base. This is the first time that's happened.
Yeah, Jackson took a call third his first time up.
11 innings to get a runner at second base. 1-0 pitch. And fouled back, 1-1. Good cut by Jackson. But Franklin County just really struggling to put anything together against this Tullahoma pitching staff, as everybody has for the last couple of weeks. Except Cookville, and then they just fell apart. 7th inning.
Definitely outmatched.
Jackson steps out. Bratcher steps off. Everybody kind of regroup.
Well, a base hit here, and the Rebel coach is going to definitely, even with two out, you got to try to score the runner. He'll be going on contact.
Bratcher's pitch. Grounded to first. Just foul. Just foul. So I'll just tell you this. Sunday night, 5:30, Focus 5. 2 outs, 1 and 2 the count. And Mason Bratcher trying to end this top of the 4th inning. As we hit 7:15 on a beautiful Tuesday. Mason looks to second. Fastball driven to center field. Balin Tootin, though, is underneath, makes the catch, and that will do it for Franklin County in the top of the 4th inning. Brought to you by Vanderbilt Integrated Orthopedics. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 5-0 back in 1 minute.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Tonight's fourth inning presented by Vanderbilt Integrated Orthopedics. Need someone on your side keeping you active? Give them a call at 461-4521. The bottom of the fourth for Tullahoma will feature Park Fulks, Trevor Cole, and Hunter Hogan. Tullahoma leads 5-0. Still on the mound is Gus, Gardner for the Franklin County Rebels.
Fulks popped out to third his first at bat. 0 for 1.
Now is a terrible time for fly balls and pop-ups because that sky looks like the baseball.
He's up 2-0, is Fulks.
Well, Tullahoma could use some insurance, leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Mason Bratcher cruising along, giving up 2 hits. There's a shot to second. On the ground, scooped up, throw to first, 1 down. So Fulks grounds out to second, and Trevor Cole will step to the plate for the Wildcats.
Cole flied out to second, popped out to second baseman. He's 0 for 1. Leadoff man Hogan on deck, 1 down here. Bottom of the fourth, Cats up 5-0. Looking to sweep this district opening
Line
series.
shot to center field, right at the center fielder. Took about 2 steps backwards and made the catch. 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the fourth is Balin Tootin as Hunter Hogan steps in.
Hogan's walked twice and scored twice. Doing exactly what you want out of a leadoff man. Get on base and score.
Hey, he's all about a 2-out rally.
Yeah.
Hunter Hogan, right-hander.
That's one thing he does. He works those pitches up on the. He gets a lot of full count.
There's a little dribbler to the pitcher. Gardner cannot field it. That's going to be a E1, and Hunter Hogan is on with 2 outs.
It's almost like a swinging bunt right there. So he did bobble it. If he came up with it clean and fired it to first, he would have had it, but he had a tough angle to throw it to first because it was over close to the baseline.
So runner on with 2 outs in Hogan. And now Balin Tootin at the plate, left-handed batter with a lot of room in right field.
But as we look up, yet Hogan is on base again.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes
There's
Coach
a grounder
Moore
to
smile.
second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first. Not much doing for the Wildcats in the bottom of the fourth. A single, but the runner stranded. We move to the fifth here at Grider Stadium. Tullahoma 5, Franklin County nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family with 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 5-0 in this District 8 AAA contest. The Wildcats a winner last night 4-0 over the Rebels. Today's 5th inning is brought to you by Minuteman Press. Choosing Minuteman for your business marketing and promotional items, it's a grand slam. See what they can do for you at Minuteman.com. Minuteman.com. Just put in Tullahoma and everything you need will be right there. Appreciate Minuteman Press sponsoring the 5th inning here today. If you combine today and tonight, Ken, you get tonight.
We do.
Tonight.
Tell you what we got in the Sweet 16, 7 SEC teams. Who you liking
that
now,
Scott? That was an interesting
transition. Yeah, it was, man.
Here we go, top of the 5th inning. Cullins leads off for the Rebels and steps out. Who do I like in the Sweet 16? In other words, who do I like to win the national title?
Yes.
Well, Ken, I like the Tennessee Volunteers.
There you go. I knew that's what you was going to say.
Fastball driven into left field, but right at Tullahoma's left fielder, Andrew Fulmer. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Cullins hit that one on the nose.
Connor Parker now steps to the plate for the Rebels. So you can see that Mason just not quite as sharp as he was the other day, right? Almost. I mean, he's great, but just not quite. But this level right here will win you just about any game against a Class 3A team in this state, I promise.
Yeah. Parker took a called third his first time up.
Of course, Franklin County's made 4 errors, so they haven't helped themselves.
No.
As Parker ducks under strike 1.
Well, and that's the thing. When you take 7 called third strikes and you commit 4 errors and only have 2 hits, that's a total recipe for disaster in all 3 phases.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And when your pitcher has a 30-pitch, inning.
And that's, again, we harp on this a lot, but that's such a contrast to Tullahoma, right?
Yes.
I mean, so far, for the last 2 or 3 years, the Wildcats just do not hurt themselves. Now, they make an error every once in a while. They give up a walk, whatever. But consistently to cost them a game, if it was going to happen, by the way, another Hogan's Collision Center strikeout for Mason Bratcher, 2 down here in the 5th, if that was going to happen, it happened Saturday afternoon against Cookeville in those early innings. Tullahoma had an error or 2. They were making some mistakes, but they settled down, came from behind, won the game.
Yeah, and it kind of reversed. Through that game, I don't believe that Cookeville had an error to the 7th inning, and they made 2. The second baseman made 2. Tullahoma did string together 5 hits, so they certainly earned that win. But the inning started with an error to get it rolling.
Bratcher's first pitch to Hoddesy is high ball 1. 2 down, nobody on.
But you're right. Tullahoma solid in all 3 phases, defense, pitching, and hitting. They can beat you with any of the 3, but – the thing about it is you can win a game if one's dominant out of those 3, but Tullahoma's good in all 3 phases. We've talked about it last week, Scott. I really do not see a weakness on this team.
2-0 pitch. Strike, fastball in there, strike 1.
And I would dare say that, after watching them all last season and us covering them last year, they are better at this point of the season this year than they were last year, in my opinion.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 the count.
Because they're hitting the baseball better and their approach is a little bit more consistent. This is hitting wise like our team at the end of last year, not at the beginning of last season.
Bratcher's pitch fouled away. Batter remains in there. 2-2 count, 2 outs.
So it's almost really scary what this team can evolve into. If it stays healthy, okay, we got to stay healthy. But really, these young players getting these reps. And, Coach Morris leading this team. And like I said, they believe in each other.
Fouled back. Last year, remember, Tullahoma after 18 games was 12-6.
Yeah.
Right now, after 15 games, we're looking to be in good shape to be 9-6. A lot of comparisons there. Last year, Tullahoma won 24 in a row to win the state championship. We'll see what happens this year as the batter is plucked on the left wrist by Mason Bratcher fastball. That's got a sting.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll get a pinch runner, as that was the catcher, Hoddesy, who got hit. He's okay. But runner on first with 2 outs. And another example of Mason, just not quite as sharp.
Yeah.
Still looking good, only 2 hits. Here's a pinch hitter, Elijah Durrell.
That's pinch runner.
Pinch runner at first. Oh, well. So McBee, the leadoff hitter, trying to get a rally going for the Rebels with 2 outs in the 5th. Not that way. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, he took 2 called thirds. He looked like he's going up there swinging this time. Maybe. We'll see.
Called strike 2, 0-2. Maybe not.
Bratcher in the catbird seat here. 0-2. 2 outs, up 5-zip. Runner on first. Looking for the 3rd straight strikeout on the Rebel leadoff hitter. Can he get it?
Mason Bratcher, 0-2 pitch. High pop, right center field. Tootin drifts over, makes the catch. Franklin County's done in the 5th inning, sponsored by Minuteman Press. The Tullahoma Wildcats lead 5-0. We will be back in 60 seconds.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats.
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Minuteman Press on Jackson Street in downtown Tullahoma. Derek Mann is the man at Minuteman Press. Go see them for all your printing needs, posters, whatever. Minuteman Press can take care of it. Sponsor of our 5th inning here, where Tullahoma leads 5-0. A final score today of interest. Upperman beat White County 13-0. The Upperman Bees, see, they play the same kind of schedule Tullahoma does. They're 6-7 on the year, but by the end of the year, they're going to win 20 games. So Gardner's still on the mound for the Rebels, and Mason Bratcher is at the plate for the Wildcats, and he lines a base hit to right field. Mason is on fire
3 for
at
3.
the plate. Bratcher, 3 for 3 on the evening. And he'll start off the 5th with a hit. Andrew Fulmer will step in.
Well, that batting average goes up now closer to the 500
Oh,
mark.
Ken, he's 3 for 3, and he came in at 485. It's going to be about 520.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be, about 520, 525, I would guess right now. You know, they changed pretty drastically early in the year, especially when you go 3 for 3. Hunter Hogan warming up in the bullpen for the Wildcats. We've seen him come in the last inning or two for 2 no-hitters this year. So he knows how to close out a game, as Andrew Fulmer gave it a full rip.
Let's just go ahead and score 5 right here.
And end it? All right. Man at first.
That sound like a plan?
Nobody out. I like it.
Bat around. Let's bat around. Close this thing out.
There's a line drive base hit center
There's 2
field.
of them.
Bratcher will be at second. Fulmer's at first. Nobody out. And it's time for Philip Lemon. And here comes Franklin County's manager out to the mound, and let's see if that's all for Gus Gardner.
Has he reached his pitch matrix yet?
No. He may have reached his hits allowed matrix because that one was a line shot. And when you line it like that straight up the middle, Ken, what's that tell you? The batters they've got your timing, right? Mm-hmm. They are on it. So I think Gardner, I don't know. Yep, he's going to give up the ball. We'll have a pitching change, so we will take a break. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 5-0. This is the Light Tube Sports Network, 93.9 The Duck, and the NFHS Network. Back in 60 seconds.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a backspot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community. So no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hey, I'm Philip Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Back in the fifth inning, Josiah Cullins is the new pitcher for the Franklin County Rebels. Gus Gardner went and put on the catcher's gear, and he will now be doing the catching for Franklin County. So Cullins at the mound, Gardner behind the plate, Tullahoma, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth, runners on first and second. And it's time for Philip Lemon. Time for Philip Lemon to step to the plate with an RBI or two opportunity here. Tullahoma here in the bottom of the fifth could win this game with 5 runs. We'll settle for a couple insurance runs. And with nobody out, the opportunity looks good. Philip Lemon, junior catcher. Saw him quite a bit last year as a sophomore. And he squares the bunt. Didn't really go after it. Ball 1. So that's the job, right, Ken? Advance those runners. You'll sacrifice an out to get them both in scoring position and eliminate that force play.
I'll be surprised if he bunts.
I'm not saying he will, but I'm saying you would. He squares the bunt. This time he missed it. Now foul tipped it. So 1-1 the count.
Situational baseball here, Morris, is just seeing in some cases this is a good time to test your players out to see what they can do and how they respond in these situations. If you call a bunt, you want to see if your man can put it down.
That's right. So 1-1 the count on Philip Lemon with 2 on, nobody out. We're in the fifth here at Grider Stadium. Beautiful Tuesday night. I mean, it is perfect. Squares to bunt again, called strike 2. So that probably takes the bunt off.
Well,
and, he didn't really go after that, right?
Yeah, and you've seen, sometimes the batter will play cat and mouse. They'll square the bunt with no intention of bunting just to pull the third baseman in, and they just hit a rocket past them. So with 2 strikes, the bunt probably comes off here, you would think.
Lemon, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, new pitcher for Franklin County is Cullins.
Cats up 5-zip. Looking for 5 more to end this thing.
Curveball from Cullins. It was a good-looking breaking ball. Had a lot of movement, but it wasn't over the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
No,
but you throw that too many times against this Wildcat team, somebody's going to tee off on it, right?
Yeah.
That was a hittable pitch, speed-wise for sure. After Vincent and Gardner, we're not sure about this Franklin County staff, although that good-looking, maybe 85-mile-an-hour fastball or so, but it missed. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Philip Lemon. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Interesting pitch right here.
Smisher due up next, and then Zebic.
Way off speed, driven down the third base line, just foul. It was off speed, so Lemon was out in front of it, but level-wise, Coach, he was perfect.
Yeah.
He was right on it for a nice line drive, just a little bit out in front. So we'll do the full count again with 2 on, nobody out.
Rebels with 4 E's on defense.
That's ugly out there, isn't it?
Well, that's the number that sticks out for sure.
Cullins.
When you have more errors than you do hits, not
swing and a miss by Philip Lemon on a full count. Lemon strikes out. That is a Hogan's Collision Center strikeout, and sets Philip down and brings up J.D. Schmisser. I will remind you that at the end of the contest, we will name a Owens Provisions and Apparel's Player of the Game. Owens in Manchester on the square. OwensProvisions.com.
J.D. 1 for 2, ground out to third, and then single to right last time.
Get hold of one, big fella. Off speed, inside, ball 1.
I'm going to start him off with an off speed. That's a good job. That's just pitching backwards. We've talked about it. These Wildcat hitters dig in, looking for that fastball on the first pitch, and pretty wise to throw some of them, mix them off speed in on that first pitch.
Cullins delivers, fouled back. Out of play by Schmisser. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on. So again, next week we'll be here, Giles County District play, as Tullahoma continues through the district, and we head toward the playoffs. District tournament, Doc, do we know any specifics on that?
Number 1 seed usually hosts.
District tournament will be here in Tullahoma.
Yeah, there you go.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. J.D. fouls it away, stays alive. No, I'm just kidding. District tournament is at the home of the first place team. We have been fortunate to host that many times here at Grider Stadium. The region back on this side this year? Other side. Yeah, it was basketball that was in Cookeville this year. Too many sports, too many regions, but lots of winning, and we love it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to J.D. Ooh, took that called third strike. J.D. set down with a Hogan's Collision Center strikeout for out number 2 here in the 5th. So Andrew Zebic steps in. Last hope for the Cats here with 2 on. They had 2 on with nobody out, and now 2 down. Trying to add to a 5-0 lead. Way outside. Good stop by Gardner behind the plate. Ball 1. So for you, 93.9 The Duck, listeners, we will be Tullahoma softball on Thursday, our first Lady Cats game of the year on the Duck. So we'll see you there. Or we'll hear you there, or you'll hear us there or something. We'll be there and you'll be there. But if you're not there, you'll be listening. You got it, Ken?
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
1-0 the count. Cullins, I think, is slower than Gardner in his approach to pitching.
Yeah.
He caught the outside corner, though. 1-1 the count. Nothing wrong with being deliberate if you're good, right?
Yeah, slow pace.
And I can see how that serves Gardner well when he's a reliever and he comes in, hitters are antsy, and that slow pace kind of throws them off. But these two guys together are kind of the same.
Yeah,
that makes for a long game because we only had 8 hits. It's not like it's
almost like they're
15-5.
trying to freeze the hitters a little bit, but I don't think that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, I think they're just slow tempo out there, slow pace on the mound, and you see the difference between their pitchers and Tullahoma's just regarding that pace.
Zebic, nice cut, but he missed it. 2-2.
Yeah, Zebic trying to deliver a 2-out hit here and extend this 5-zip lead. Cats looking good, looking to push that win streak to 9.
Well, in every sport you have teams that play fast and teams that play slow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that in basketball.
2-2 count, swung on a miss by Zebic. A Hogan's collision center strikeout ends the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Minuteman Press in Tullahoma. We head to the 6th. The Wildcats on top, 5-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's.
And we welcome our media friends from Franklin County, WCDT, WZYX. Lots of media coverage for the Rebels and lots of media coverage for the Wildcats. We move to the 6th inning here at Grider Stadium. Tullahoma on top 5-0. Hunter Hogan takes over for Mason Bratcher on the mound. Kim will figure Mason's numbers all up, but Sam Vincent will lead off for the Rebels here in the 6th.
All right, I think I've got these numbers.
Well, you add them up and then we'll go with it.
All right.
Sam Vincent steps in. Again, 2 hits for the Rebels tonight, 4 errors, though. Really hurt them. Tullahoma, no errors, 6 hits. And Vincent steps out on Hunter Hogan.
Well, the line on Bratcher was strong again tonight. Not overwhelming as he was last week in that near-perfect game, but 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. He did give up 2 hits, 1 walk, and did hit 1 batter. But overall, hey, looking strong. Got the job done.
Yeah, that looks like a 2-hit, 5-inning shutout to me.
That's it. 8 Ks, pretty good.
2-0 the count on Hunter Hogan. Yeah, we can't get to where really good pitching performances are just sort of ho-hum, right?
Oh, yeah.
We can't overlook really good performances because we've had great ones.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Sam Vincent. Well, Hunter Hogan brought some heat that time. 2-1 the count.
Yeah.
Vincent had no clue. Fastball swung on and missed, 2-2.
Yeah, but when you look at the comparison, 8 strikeouts versus 14, what happened last Tuesday night was just phenomenal. So when you set the bar that high, it's like, okay, but it's still dominant.
Yeah, at this point, last Tuesday night, we were looking at a perfect game.
Yeah,
None of us knew how to act.
Yeah.
Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sam Vincent.
Right.
Nobody out. He and Hogan battling here to open this 6th inning.
Vincent 0 for 2, ground out to short and strikeout looking.
He's got to be frustrated, right? 2 games against
Yeah.
Tullahoma, he doesn't have a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And, we saw him after the game hugging all the Tullahoma coaches and everything. We know a lot of these Franklin County, Tullahoma, there's a lot of, intertwining families and all kind of stuff. But Hogan misses outside and gives up the inning opening walk to Sam Vincent here in the 6th. So Gardner will step in. Gardner, the starting pitcher for the Rebels, and now he is the catcher.
Yeah, he may have an ice pack on that shoulder tonight after this one. Getting double duty there, isn't he?
He is if he has to make a throw down to second.
Yep.
Hogan's pitch plucks Gardner in the left shoulder, and Franklin County has 2 men on, nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Hunter Hogan has not started out crisply for the Wildcats.
Well, when you have a 5-run lead, it's the strategy is still the same. Pitch to contact, make them put the ball in play, use your defense. No freebies. 2 freebies to start this inning with a walk and hit batsman.
So Hogan now working from the stretch with 2 on, nobody out.
Now he's facing the cleanup hitter.
High, ball 1.
Rebels making some noise, chirping. He has one of their hits tonight. Does Mr. Gillum.
Let's discuss the verb chirping, shall we?
Yeah.
So chirping to me, and I'm an old guy, chirping is what you do, it's smack talk, right? It's trash talk. Chatter is what they do in the dugout. Chatter.
Yeah.
Come on, hey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They may be chirping, chattering. Hogan's pitch.
They're ready to explode if Tullahoma makes a mistake. Then you'll hear it turn quickly to jeering and chirping.
That's what's happening is they're getting excited. Their team's trying to get a rally going here.
Yeah, this
on
the
road.
Yeah, the first time in this series they've had 2 runners on with no outs.
Exactly, 2-1 count. Strike 1.
So the semblance, at least, of some sort of a rally by the Rebels,
as
right?
close as we've seen by the opposition,
Yes,
except
yes.
for the Cavaliers.
Yes.
2 balls and 2 strikes is the count on Kaysen
pitch
Gillum. Off speed, driven to right, back, caught by Andrew Fulmer, and the runner at second advances to third. But 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning for Grayson McNeese.
Man, that ball kept carrying, it seemed like.
Yeah, it really did. Nice job by Fulmer out there. Moving from left to right can't be real easy during a game.
No.
So it looks to me like Aiden Evans is out in left field. And so it's short
that's a tough ball to play. A left-handed hitter hitting the ball to right field, too.
So at second is Mason Bratcher's at second. Thank you, gentlemen. Hogan with 1 out, missed outside. Runners on the corners for the Rebels. The way our windows are set up, the noise you're hearing reflects off a window, and that's the Franklin County. Even though it's coming from the Tullahoma side, it's the Franklin County dugout. Hogan's pitch inside, 2-0 is the count on McNeese. So Hogan struggling here in the top of the 6th. Coach Morris, a lot of confidence in his senior, though. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
McNeese flied out to center field, popped out to the pitcher, 0 for 2. When the Rebels have any kind of chance, they need to break through here and get that goose egg off
There's
the
a
scoreboard.
high pop, right field, bending foul. Fulmer gives chase, but unable to catch up. It's at the fence, but the count now 2-2.
A great effort by Fulmer making a slide after that attempt in foul territory.
Yeah. Nice. Actually, a very nice, soft surface to slide on, right? This beautiful grass.
Great hustle.
2-2 pitch from Hunter Hogan. Swing and a miss. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout by Hunter Hogan. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Runners on the corner. And Jackson, Mr. Jackson will step in for the Rebels.
Flied out in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd, looking. So, Tullahoma hoping that Franklin County will squander 2 base runners with no outs. They had a threat going.
Hogan in there, strike 1.
Hogan trying to exterminate that threat right here.
Jackson, a left-handed batter. Hunter, a right-handed pitcher. 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Caught the black part of the outside corner of the plate.
Pitch. Beautiful
Evidently.
pitch.
That's the way it looked from here.
Got him in a hole here, does Hogan.
See if the runner on first takes off here. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Nope, fouled out of play. You know, this really speaks to, Ken, what you're talking about. I mean, you got to try to generate something, right?
Yeah.
Put a hit and run on here and try to get something going.
Yeah, coach is probably hoping for a wild pitch or pass ball, just anything to get the 0 off. And sometimes, you know, the first run's the hardest one to get.
You know, sometimes the first cut is the deepest.
Yes.
Strikeout.
That's a song, isn't it?
It's Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Ends the top of the 6th for Franklin County. Tullahoma leads the Rebels 5-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Right around the corner, it's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats.
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
Tullahoma leads Franklin County 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Grider Stadium. Chris Barstad is producing this for Light Tube. Everett Stetson back at the studio, our producer on 93.9 The Duck. And Chris Barstad also the producer for the National Federation of High School Network. We're everywhere with Tullahoma High School athletics. And we could not be happier to be here as Tullahoma leads Franklin County 5-0. Leading off for the Wildcats, third baseman Park Fulks. Fulks, Cole, and Hogan for the Cats here in the 6th. Little insurance would be nice. 5 runs would end it for Tullahoma. But either way, the Cats on top 5-0, trying for this would be their 7th shutout. There's a line drive base hit to right field, and Park Fulks is on. This would be Tullahoma's 7th shutout in the last 9 games and would mean the only team to score against Tullahoma in the last 9 games would be the Cookeville Cavaliers. They did it in 2 different games. But nobody else has scored since they played Cookeville and beat them 7-1 2 weeks ago. Nobody scored except Cookeville on Saturday. Now Tullahoma has a runner on first to lead off this 6th inning, and Trevor Cole at the plate. High ball 1. Again, Ken, those historic numbers are just amazing.
Yeah, they are.
1 run, 8 games.
And it's not like Tullahoma was winning those games 1 or 2 to nothing. They're putting up some runs.
There's a base hit to left field over the third baseman's head, and nobody out. The bottom of the order on first and second, and Hunter Hogan, the top of the order, at the plate for Tullahoma. Nobody out, so the Wildcats are eyeing a mercy rule here if they can get it going or keep it going with Hunter Hogan, who's pretty good at getting or keeping rallies going. He's been on base 3 times tonight, 2 walks and reached on an error. Man, they're just giving it to him, Ken. 2 walks and an error?
Yeah.
You got to make this guy hit the ball. He's too good.
Yep, got to get the leadoff hitter out. It's the key batter of all the innings is that first one. Keep him off base.
Cullen's pitch way outside. 1-0 the count to Hunter Hogan.
Well, in the top half of this inning, the Rebels had their first 2 runners on, did not score. Let's see what Tullahoma can do if they can inflict some damage here in the bottom of the 6th to increase his 5-0 lead.
Outside, ball 2. The chatter has
Don't
stopped.
It sure has.
Tullahoma doesn't chatter.
The locusts have
much.
disappeared.
Now, you get down close game at the end, there'll be some chatter. But Tullahoma, for the most part, you don't hear much out of the dugout. 2-0 pitch. Turned Hunter loose. He fouled it outside the first base line.
Yeah, that 2 runners on, no out threat got shut down pretty quick there by Hogan as he started dialing in and looked a lot better after the first 2 batters.
He really did. Really did.
Looked like the regular Hunter Hogan.
The Hunter Hogan we know and love.
Yes, indeed.
2-1 is the count. Called strike 2. Hogan. Chance to do some more damage for Tullahoma.
Hogan don't get serious until he gets 2 strikes every bat. He's a good 2-strike hitter. He may work another ball in here and make it full.
Tootin on deck. Outside.
Yep, he's going to.
Full count on Hunter Hogan. And, again, Fulks at second, Trevor Cole at first. Tullahoma trying to add to a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cullens. Line drive, base hit, right field. This is going to be extra bases for Hunter Hogan. 1 run is in.
Oh, wow.
2 runs are in. Hunter Hogan has a stand-up triple, 2 RBIs, and Tullahoma leads Franklin County 7-0.
Well, that's the big hit of the night for the Wildcats. First extra base hit of the contest.
2 strikes. Hunter Hogan delivers once again. Tullahoma leads 7-0. Balin Tootin at the plate with Hogan at third. Nobody out.
2 RBIs on that one.
Bratcher on deck, and then Andrew Fulmer. Cullen's pitch to Tootin, a little bit low, ball 1.
Yeah, Tootin's due.
And they're playing him to heavy pull. There's a line drive, center field base hit. That will drive in Andrew Fulmer, or drive in Balin. Let me get it straight. That will drive in Hunter Hogan. Got excited there for a minute. Tullahoma leads 8-0 on the base hit by Balin Tootin. And now here's Mason Bratcher with a chance to just walk it off and get the win. Yeah. Mason pitched the first 5 innings, gave up a couple of hits, but he is the pitcher of record. And a home run would end it.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 at the plate tonight, too, with 2 runs scored. I think he would clinch the player of the game if he jacked this one out, Scott.
You think so?
You think so?
There's a runner goes. Throw down to second. Balin Tootin is out at second base. Wow. So Tootin, with 14 stolen bases, tried to make it 15, but give Gardner credit. He threw 80 pitches on the mound, and he just threw out one of Tullahoma's fastest and easily their best base stealer.
Yeah.
He just threw him out,
sure
gunned him out.
Yeah.
Great play by Gardner.
That changes the complexion of the inning.
It does. 1 out, nobody on. Tullahoma leading 8-0. Still 2 runs away from ending this thing. Mason Bratcher at the plate, and Andrew Fulmer and Philip Lemon are on deck. Or is it Philip Fulmer and Andrew Lemon?
I see what you did there. That's pretty good. That's all you got to swap them up and say, I just messed it up. You call Fulmer.
What I know about names.
There you go. That's pretty good.
I'm old. I get confused. 2-1 is the count. Pitches outside.
Not blame it on me. Just say Ken wrote them down.
Transcribe
the names.
3 balls and 1 strike to Mason.
There you go.
1 out.
See if Mason can have a 4-for-4 night at the plate.
Called strike.
Good take, Eric.
Tullahoma
3-1.
seldom swings at 3-1. They really like to take that. The Wildcat batters just do not mind 2 strikes at all.
No.
The pitch. High pop by Mason. He got under it. First baseman trying. He dropped it.
Oh, boy.
Mason turned the right way, so he is safe at first base on an error. You just almost knew that was coming, right? Those guys were too close together.
Yeah.
Nobody called it, and it ended up just falling to the ground. Mason at first base, and Andrew Fulmer with a chance to end this game with 1 out.
Yeah, they were just discombobulated as the ball went up. You see, nobody, I got it, you take it.
Yeah, nobody took control.
Yeah, say, I got it, you take it. And then the first baseman was wobbling while the ball was in the air, so you knew he wasn't stable under it and was having some problems.
Line shot, left center field. That ball is caught. Beautiful running catch.
Wow.
And runner quickly gets back to first is Bratcher, but 2 outs in the inning, boy. Fulmer almost put that to the fence in the gap, but not quite. Good catch by the center fielder.
Yeah, we saw him do that last night at Franklin County. He put one that shot to the warning track in the last inning.
Now with 2 out, Philip Lemon with a chance to win it with a long ball. Bratcher at first, 8-0 lead.
Lemon 0 for 3.
Mercy rule is 10 runs in the 5th or 6th inning.
Looking for his first hit of the night. See if he can deliver here.
Nice pitch from Cullens, strike 1.
Cullen's doing a pretty good job. He's getting outs, although albeit some of them are hard outs and long ones.
Off-speed pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed catcher, junior. Lots of juniors on this Wildcat roster. Some great seniors, some really good juniors.
Mm-hmm.
Program stability is what Brian Morris has built. Swing and a miss by Phillip. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know it, program stability.
Yes.
Tullahoma
I like that.
Athletics has a lot of really good program stability right now. Sort of like those guys up in Knoxville. You know, they're doing pretty good too. There's a foul ball out of play, 1-2 the count. It's really unbelievable, Ken, and I ain't trying to bury you with Vol stuff, but the success of all these Tennessee teams is just phenomenal. I mean, nobody else in the country is matching what Tennessee's matching.
Fastest baseball pitcher and softball pitcher in the nation.
Ever recorded in the history of college baseball and softball, the fastest pitch, both of them, by University of Tennessee pitchers. Unbelievable. Happened, last night when softball, 78.2 miles an hour, the fastest pitch ever recorded in a college softball game. Philip Lemon swings and misses, fouls it back, foul tip, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I forget what the Beams pitch was, 105.5.
Oh, mercy.
Tennessee, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, he's a reliever. It wasn't Beam, but, 105 point something. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs.
That equates to a 101 mile per hour baseball pitch.
If Lemon could just turn on one, we could go to the house. Tullahoma leads 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on, 2 outs. Grounder to second. Bobbled. Did he bobble it long enough? Nope. Throw to first in time. We go to the 7th. You got to hold them Wildcats. We're 3 outs away. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 8-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a backspot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community, so no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
We head to the 7th inning here at Grider Stadium, along with Chris Barstad, Ken Keller. I'm Scott Shastine, thanking you for watching or listening on LightTube, 93.9 The Duck, or the NFHS Network. Tullahoma trying to win its 9th consecutive game here in the 2025 season and its 2nd consecutive District 8 AAA game. The Wildcats beat Franklin County last night 4-0 in Winchester and lead the Rebels 8-0 tonight. 3 outs to go. Hunter Hogan will be on the mound to try to get those 3 outs. And Josiah Cullins, the Franklin County pitcher, will lead off for the Rebels here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Hogan looking to set down 7, 8, and 9. Hopefully he can go 1, 2, 3 here.
Oh, the umpire's giving us all kind of signals. 1, 2. 1. Whatever. Did you get all that, Keller?
No, I don't know.
Umpire just giving us all kind of hand signals. Rob, what did he tell us? They're going to have pinch hitters for the 8, 9 holes. Now, you got to be deep into baseball to understand what that was about. And that's why we are so blessed to have Doc up here keeping score.
Yeah.
He's got the rules and stuff down.
Well, I like the fact that the umpire flashed it up here. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore, do you? That's an old school ump right there.
And I was on him earlier about not showing signals with his hands, or was that last night? I can't remember.
That was a week ago. 1-0 the count. Hogan delivers. Fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leading off here for the Rebels is the pitcher Cullins. Franklin County's down to 3 outs here. Tullahoma trying to win their 9th game in a row. Such a common grammatical mistake, you see, when somebody says Tullahoma and then they say they. Doesn't work. Tullahoma is a it. It, not a they. The Wildcats are a they. Tullahoma is a it. 2-1 pitch from Hogan. Gets away from Lemon, but no harm done. Nobody on.
I'm glad you had a good English teacher, Scott.
3-1. The Tullahoma team is an it. The players on the team are they. That's all. I'm done with grammar. 3-1 count.
He broke it down. I don't remember that in English class.
Well, that's a little deeper than you got at Tullahoma High School, Ken. Trust me. Hunter's pitch is inside ball 4, so Franklin County gets Cullen on to lead off the 7th inning here. We don't want to mess around. Got to close these guys out. This is the bottom of the order. Up next, I don't have him. Easton Walker. We're going to have pinch hitters for the 8-9 hitters. This is the 8-hole. Easton Walker pinch hitting for Franklin County. So Rebels giving some guys a chance to get a little action here in a game that is seemingly out of reach. Right?
Yeah, honest to goodness, I had Mr. Bill Cornelius was my English teacher in high school, and I got moved to the front of the class because I like to trade baseball cards instead of paying attention to prepositions, nouns, verbs, and pronouns. So I got my ball cards took up and a front seat on the front row with my desk for the rest of the year. True story. I even remember who I was trading with.
Hogan's Collision Center strikeout on the pinch hitter for Franklin County. So 1 down, runner at first. And another pinch hitter is Leighton Jones for the Rebels, number 1. 1 out.
Runner on first. 1 down. Cat's 2 outs away from the combined shutout.
There's a grounder foul to third. Again, we'll be back here next week for the Giles County home game. Just whichever game next week, Monday or Tuesday, is at home, we'll be here. Road, I'm not sure about. Monday is here. Tuesday softball on Light Tube. It can be confusing, folks. Watch social media and you'll know when who's on what and where and all that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Who's on first?
1 out. Runner at first. 8-0 Cats. Hogan delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Yeah, the farther we go, the more complicated that's all going to get. So maybe we'll find a place to put that up online somewhere. Hogan's pitch, swing and a miss. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout, number 2 here in the 7th inning, and that is number 4 for Hunter Hogan in his 2 innings. You know, I bet Hunter likes to have Hogan's Collision Center announced.
Yeah.
So he's probably by his family told, son, you go up there and strike out batters. We need some mentions.
That's it.
That's it. He's getting them too. 2 outs. Franklin County down to its last hope with a runner at first.
And it's a mere flicker right now.
That hope is
down
dying. I mean,
yes,
that flame's just barely visible.
Yeah.
It's starting to on and off a little bit.
Yeah.
Hogan delivers outside. It stays just lit, just a tad. So this tournament this weekend, the Viking tournament, that tells me Community High School. They are the Vikings. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. There's a line drive, base hit, center field. So a good clean single there for the pinch hitter Jones. Maybe he'll get some more time next week, right? Next game. So Sam Vincent will step in. I thought that was the 8 and 9 hitters that we had pinch hit for. That would mean that McBee would be up, would it not?
McBee is on first.
No, we had to walk and then the 2 pinch hitters.
2 pinch hitters struck out. So
Yeah.
McBee got the hit.
KK and McBee, yeah. I got it right. Right here we go. All right, so that's going to bring the big man Sam Vincent up here with 2 outs. Looking to mess this shutout up.
Oh, a shot to right field deep, turns Fulmer around. He can't make the play. The ball's on the ground. 1 run will score. The 2nd run will score. The batter will end up at third, and I don't know, Andrew whoever's in right field had to go a long way, got turned all around. Fulmer, I don't know how you score that.
I'm going to score the triple. Tough night last inning. And, you know, that ball coming off the bat of a right-hander is going to be slicing some too, and it's that ball just got on him.
So the shutout gone for the Wildcats here. Now Hogan just trying to close it out. Runner on third, 2 down. That was Vincent who gave that ball a ride.
Yeah, it was.
Opposite field hit for Vincent. That was impressive. 0-1 the count. 2 down. Hogan's pitch, line drive left field. It falls for a hit. The run will score, and Franklin County stays alive with 2 outs. Runner on first. Tullahoma leads 8-3. Rebels line score becoming a bit more respectable with 5 hits now, but those 5 errors just jump out at you.
Oh, yeah.
So Hunter Hogan takes a deep breath. The ERA shot, but trying to finish this off and get the win for the Wildcats. Outside ball 1.
Now he's facing a cleanup hitter, Gilliam. Gilliam's 1 for 3. He singled his first time up, strikeout, and a fly out to right.
Nobody in the pen, so this is Hunter's game, at least for now. Runner at first, swing and a miss, 1-1.
It's a luxury of building up an 8-run lead.
That's right.
No panic.
Low ball 2. You know, Tullahoma's played a lot of baseball in 2 weeks, right? I mean, a bunch of games. These guys have got to be sort of exhausted, right? get a little break after tonight. District got the first district series out of the way. Go play a tournament, which is more fun. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Hunter Hogan on the verge of finishing this one off for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
7 games in 8 days, Scott.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of games.
Yes, indeed.
Off-speed pitch, high, gets away from Fulmer, and runner goes to second.
Full count.
Did I say Fulmer again? I got this Phillip and this Fulmer thing going. I can't help it. It's something in there that I can't control.
It's in your blood.
I can't control
in your
it.
Orange
Full
blood.
count, 2 outs. Hogan delivers, swung on and missed. He struck him out. The Hogan's collision center strikeout ends this baseball game. The Tullahoma Wildcats have won 9 games in a row. Wrap this one in Cardinal and Black. Your final, Tullahoma 8, Franklin County 3. Stay tuned for the Owens Provisions and Apparel Player of the Game and a quick recap. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium as the Tullahoma Wildcats have beaten the Franklin County Rebels by a score of 8-3. Tullahoma wins its 9th game in a row, moves to 2-0 in District 8 AAA. It's time to name our Owens Provisions and Apparel Player of the Game. Shop their selection of clothing and gifts for the Southern lifestyle on the square in Manchester or at owensprovisions.com. Ken, who is your Owens Provisions and Apparel Player of the Game?
Easy call, Scott. Another spectacular performance by number 10, Mason Bratcher, the Tullahoma senior and Lee Flame commit. 5 innings pitched on the mound, 8 strikeouts, allowed only 2 hits. Shutout ball for 5 innings, and he got 3 hits at the plate. So he shined again, once again at the plate and out on the mound. Scott, they say a cat's got 9 lives. These cats got 9 straight wins.
Mason Bratcher moves to 3-0 on the season. He has not allowed an earned run yet. Tullahoma 9-6 will play in the Viking Classic tournament this weekend. Be back here next week for district play against Giles County. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, the Wildcats beat the Rebels by a score of 8-3. For Chris Barstad and Ken Keller and Everett Stetson back at the Duck Studio, I'm Scott Chastain. Be good to each other.